Hi, my name is Emily and I'm going to be talking to you about packaging design.
Hi, I'm Ro and I'm going to be talking about packaging design.
Hi, I'm Harvey and I'm going to be talking about packaging design.
Hi, I'm Rabiba. I'll be talking about packaging design.
Packaging design is basically the design of packaging and how consumers will see packaging.
Packaging design is the organisation of information to sell a product.
Packaging design focuses on aesthetics to sell a product.
I took on the redesign of tea pigs. They're quite a well-known tea company. I had a set of three little tubs, so they were cylindrical and they had a pattern across the top. So three different flavours. We had a lemon and ginger, a apple and cinnamon, and a superfruit. It was definitely challenging to have the original packaging there for us to see, because you kind of look at the original packaging and you think, well, that's all right, that's okay, but I need to completely change it though. Yeah, it kind of gives you a mark to work away from as opposed to work towards something.
Part of the process was actually to develop my own brief, and so my brief focused on gender neutral skincare, and in particular I decided to design an identity for a gender neutral skincare brand. The design process consisted of three phases: research, design and make. The research phase was quite extensive as it involved me looking at what was on the market, both in store and online, analysing designs that were both targeted towards the male and designs that were targeted towards the female, and also brands out there that were gender neutral, and from that, using that to inform my design process. So following on from developing identity, I then developed three packaging designs for three products. This was a scrub, a cleanser and a face cream.
So for our project, we had to look into the way that the packaging is currently portrayed and how it looks to users, and how we might be able to change that to improve the performance. Our main deliverable for that was a nice, fresh, new packaging design which would work for all flavours of their pouch. In terms of the visual design of it, the thing that made our design effective was mainly to do with the way that we portrayed meaning through imagery.
I took on music packaging design. The brief was to redesign old or boring packaging and just make it into something that's more interesting and engaging. For me, my design process, I sort of looked more into the album, the lyrical content, the genre. I looked into previous packaging design, and I wanted to be really conceptual with my project. I think there was a lot of research, a lot of iterations of different designs and stuff, and then a lot of experimentation. The final outcome of my packaging design, it was sort of a special edition of an EP. I think for mine, with the materials that I use, it sort of elevated my design, and I think it really did make it seem like it was from the era that I was designing it for.
I kind of learned a lot more about series design. A lot of my issues when designing were they didn't really match up across each different flavour. So yeah, definitely looking at things like a bigger picture in terms of a series and how it would look on a shelf.
The most important thing I've learned throughout working on two packaging projects this year is considering all phases of the packaging design, especially as it's a three-dimensional object. So it's important to know how the packaging looks from the front, but also how it looks on its side as well.
The main takeaway point would be how to really draw in the user and how to make them interested, as well as sort of portraying the aspects of the brand that the client wanted us to.
The most important thing I learned about packaging design is probably making something that actually does look cool and that does invite people to have a look at it and actually want to pick it up and touch it and realise that this is actually a really cool piece of work.